Welcome to Business Talk, the online talk show that delves deep into the world of business and technology. I'm your host, as always, Michael Avery, and today we've got a very special guest with us who plays a pivotal role in the cryptocurrency landscape in South Africa. Joining us is Christo de Wit, the country manager for South Africa at Luno. Luno is one of the leading cryptocurrency exchange platforms. And, I suppose, Christo, it's been a cold winter for us in Joburg and for you in Cape Town, but also in crypto land as well. It feels like we're entering a bit of a thaw period, though, and I can't wait to chat to you about it. Welcome to the show.
Hi, Michael. Yeah, thanks. Great to be here.
Now, Luno's is a fascinating journey. You've come a long way. You've achieved the really significant milestone of reaching 12 million customers. Which, I mean, if you just think about how many retail trading clients there are on the JSE, it's a phenomenal figure. How much of this achievement can be credited to the growth in South African users transacting with crypto more broadly?
I think looking at the amazing accomplishment that Luno has achieved of reaching that 12 million customer milestone, I think bigger than that is the fact that we're also celebrating our 10th year this year. And I think if you look back at the broader crypto industry, 10 years in the industry is almost a lifetime, with the industry only kind of coming to life around 2008, 2009. So that in itself is a significant milestone. The 12 million customers are global customers, and in South Africa locally, we've got about 5 million customers.
Wow. But still, I mean, out of 12 million, 5 million in South Africa, it shows you how many South Africans are willing to have a go, so to speak, as I would say down under, on crypto assets. And, given that, cryptocurrencies more broadly have only really been mainstream, I would call it, for the last 5 years, you were really one of the pioneers 10 years ago. How challenging has this recent crypto winter period been for Luno and the crypto market in general? And are you bouncing back?
I think looking at the current crypto market landscape, I think it's great that we can reference that it's more mainstream than it has been in the past. But I do think that there's still a long way to go. When we look at local adoption, we think that where it's estimated that around 10% of South Africans have dabbled into cryptocurrencies, previously have held crypto or are currently holding crypto. And I think that's backed up by our customer numbers as well. In terms of further adoption and what we're kind of seeing in the retail space is that South Africans tend to be quite active on our platforms. On our platform, we have around 255,000 active users engaging with us weekly. And I think that just speaks to South Africans being very curious about kind of what other or alternative investment options there are. And that, I think, ties back to how Luno has kind of dealt with this very harsh crypto winter that we are, I think, emerging out of. I think when we look at the broader crypto landscape, we know that it is very cyclical. We have quite significant bear markets, but then that's usually followed up by quite aggressive bull markets as well. And I think we are kind of seeing the emergence of a bull market starting, kind of putting the winter behind us. How Luno has come out or dealt with this winter, I think it was really just a focus for us to look at being a lot more customer centric, looking at what the needs and the demands of our customers are, being very focused on creating a product that speaks to the needs of the market, but also ensuring that our platform is safe and secure so that when that bull market hits, that we are ready to really kind of run with it.
Yeah, and I mean, you've touched on so many issues there. The one that I want to just maybe double click on, so to speak, is that issue of where we potentially are in the crypto cycle. Because I chat to a few asset managers who've really taken an interest in cryptocurrencies broadly, and they've got some very interesting charts that show the correlation between money supply and liquidity generally in the market and the rise of crypto asset prices. And obviously what we saw is post-COVID, a big pullback in money supply, interest rates rising, and that really hasn't been supportive. With a potential peak in interest rates, certainly the sounds emanating from the Fed are that we might only see another 25 basis points towards the back end of the year, but then probably into cuts. That seems to be quite supportive of cryptos. What's your view over the medium term?
I think over the medium term, definitely we're seeing a lot more confidence being kind of put into the crypto market as a whole. I think there's a few things that we can unpack. I think coming out of the previous bull market, a post-COVID era, and then heading that bear market, we did see almost a decoupling of crypto from the standard US stock markets, which is also a significant signifier that the crypto industry can stand on its own. What we also are noticing that as we are moving towards 2024 with that all-important Bitcoin halving, which is usually a signifier of another bull run starting, that there's a lot more confidence and excitement and a reawakening in the crypto industry. But I don't think we can view that in isolation. There are so many other factors at play here. Apart from the overall money supply and the liquidity in the global markets and the macroeconomic environment which we face, there's also the regulatory landscape, which is also important. And I think coming out of this bear market, there's a lot of focus on the regulatory landscape and how crypto is regulated globally. We see in the US that there's quite a harsh approach on the crypto industry, and there's a big lack of clarity coming from that space. Whereas in other markets, including South Africa, a lot more focus and determination by the regulators to get the crypto industry and the crypto players into a space that makes it safe for consumers to actually, trade and use cryptocurrency. That to me is another significant signifier that there's a lot more confidence coming into the industry, and we can see that locally, with crypto being declared a financial product, and crypto players such as Luno also being able to apply for our FSCA license. I think that also will pull through as we leave this bear market behind and moving into a position where there's a lot more confidence in the crypto industry as a whole.
On the regulatory points, I was facilitating a conference at Gibbs the other day, Beyond Banking conference, and the topic of regulating cryptos came up, and we had Kuben Naidu, the Deputy Governor of the SARB, deliver the keynote. And he's very comfortable with the regulatory approach that we're taking, and to your point, to regulate crypto asset service providers in a way that gives users confidence so that we don't have another FTX type scandal or something similar. And once you've got that certainty, I think that will certainly see a rise in more institutional money flowing into the asset class as well, which is also, I think, a very good tailwind. Now, Luno plans to introduce additional crypto coins and upgrades to your app. How will these changes enhance the user experience for South African users?
I think it ties back to the earlier point where I said at Luno, we really want to be a customer-centric platform and really provide a user experience that meets the customers where they are. One of the points that we've taken is we've taken a holistic approach in looking at, okay, what are the products and services that we make available on our platform. At Luno, we've always believed in taking we're in it for the long run. We are not a one-size-fits-all platform. We don't list each and every coin available, on the market. I think currently there are more than 20,000 cryptocurrencies in existence, and in South Africa, Luno only lists 12. We have a very stringent coin selection policy to make sure that all the coins and tokens that we list go through a very stringent approval process, but that there's also significant demand. And one of the ways in which we are further enriching our platform is by launching some of these new coins. With the latest one coming this week is an alternative stable coin, USDT. We currently already list USDC. So that's quite a significant enhancement. Later on in the year, we will be launching some other coins, which, just keep an eye out on the press for more news on that. But I think also looking back at some of the more recent launches that we've had, we've with the Shanghai upgrade to the Ethereum network, we've launched a staking product, enabling Luno customers to both stake and unstake some of their Ethereum. We've launched a bundles product, the Luno Large Cap Bundle. And at the same time, we're also looking at improving the overall experience. And just recently, for customers in South Africa, we've launched a documentless onboarding experience, which makes it so much easier for customers to onboard with Luno without having to supply, photocopies and documentation to assist them in their onboarding journey.
I think all of that just speaks to the innovation that really is in the DNA, I think, of the cryptocurrency industry more broadly. Considering the increased confidence that we're seeing in the space, the developments like we've got more Bitcoin ETF applications, we've got banks offering digital asset custody services to their institutional clients. How do you see this impacting Luno's trajectory in the coming years?
I think, you know, the important thing for any kind of cryptocurrency exchange in this market is the question around being relevant. And I think that's very important. Looking at what developments are happening out there in the broader institutional environment, in the more traditional financial landscape, and also what are the needs of our customers. And I think at Luno we've really taken to looking at what customer demand is and ensuring that we create products and services that speak to that demand. Also keeping an eye on the external macroeconomic environment, as the regulatory landscape as well, to ensure that we do play within the rules and provide products and services that speak to those goals. And I think if I would be so brave as to look maybe at the next 10 years of Luno, I do think we can see Luno playing a much more crucial role, not only in the crypto industry, but also in the development and the overall evolution of the crypto industry and how it's intermingled with the traditional financial industry in South Africa as a whole.
Given that, are there plans to maybe list in the future? If you could be so bold as to look into that crystal ball, because sadly, there has been a big delistings trend on the JSE, but this is one industry that seems to be on the up. Might an IPO be on the cards?
So we have obviously taken this into discussion internally, and the senior management team obviously are keeping all of their options on the table. It's definitely something worth considering, but I think that's about it I can say on the matter for now.
It's one of those we're trading under a cautionary on sends type answers, but I don't think you've ruled it out quite so much. Christo de Wit, thank you very much. Country Manager for South Africa at Luno. Great pleasure chatting to you, and to the moon.
Thanks, Michael. Great to be here.
That was Christo de Wit sharing his insights into Luno's achievements, some of the challenges, some of the hard times in the crypto winter, but thankfully emerging from this, and future strategies in the world of cryptocurrency. From me, Michael Avery, thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe to the Business Talk channel on YouTube for more insights from the world's thought leaders in business and tech. Cheers for now.